Hello, my name is Eddie Jenkins. I am the 2016 Volunteer/Chaperone Committee Chair for Raiderthon. Today I will be teaching you how to do everything Google Docs related. So the first thing you're going to want to do is come up to Google Drive. The way you can access that is go to drive.google.com. And then it already signed me in because I'm on Google Chrome, but otherwise you can just sign in using any Google account. What you're going to want to do is come over to New and create a new folder. This is where you'll save everything related to Raiderthon and keep it nice and organized. So obviously I titled mine Raiderthon Volunteer Chaperone, but for this I'm going to call it How To. So we'll enter that. Then you're going to want to start off by making the Google form. So click on New again, hover over More, and then click on Google Forms. Come up and name it and describe it. The people who participate in the form are able to see this, so make sure that it's not something that's inappropriate or something that doesn't look professional. So then come down and click on the first question. We'll call this one, what is your name? Now, obviously multiple choice is not going to be the best option for this, so if you come over here, you get to see all of the different options that you've got. So I'd click on short answer for that one. Make sure to come down and have it be a required question, so that way you don't have people not putting in important information like their name or their clearances. Come over here, click on the next one. We'll do date of birth, and then come over here. You can click on date and it'll make you pick from a calendar, or you can just type it in yourself. And then we'll do another one. This one is extremely important, so that way you can use mail merge. Email. Make sure they give you an email address. So we'll make that one required, and we're going to do short answer for that as well. For something like shifts, which is what we're going to do next, give them the checkboxes. If you give them multiple choice, they can only select one, but with a checkbox, you can select multiple shifts. So with this one, we're going to do 8 to 10. An other option, and then under here, if other, please specify, and then come over, make that a short answer. That way, if people are able to show up from 11 to midnight or 11 to 2, something along those lines, they have that option. Alright, so from there, you're going to want to come up and click on responses. This is very important. Come over, click on this little green button, create a new spreadsheet. So we're going to title this one How To, and we'll create it. As you can see, it took me immediately into it, and it has all of the different fields set up for me already. So as people enter their information in the form, it will automatically put it in here for you. So come back to the form, click on this, get email notifications for new responses. Click on that, and then you're going to, if you're not ready to accept responses, unclick that. Come up to settings, get rid of submit another response because you only want them to be able to submit one time. And then under confirmation page, put something nice and professional. Make sure to come down and click save. Now, to get a link to the form so that way you can fill it in, come up and click send. Best to give them a URL link. So come over here. If you're looking to put it on a form, I would click shorten URL. If not, you can just keep it long. This copy button does not work. So just Control C, come up, and then we're going to submit a response. So come up to the address bar and then paste it. And now I'll show you how this works. So I'll enter in my information. J for birthday, you can click on the calendar. It'll do that. My email. Alright. I'll sign up. Oh, alright, so if you click on that other option, this is new. It allows you to enter. So we're going to do that 11 to 2 shift. So I would actually delete this question. I can't from here, but I wouldn't put that in. When I submit the form, I get that. And then, as you can see, it already put my information in here, all ready to go. So from here, we're going to want to create a response. So click on New, Google Docs, come up and title it. I did Raiderthon response email, but for this, we're going to do how to response. You can send out personalized emails with everybody's information in them ready to go. There's an add-on, so click on add-ons. It's called Mail Merge. To get to it, click on Get Add-ons and then search for it. So it's called Mail Merge. It's the second one down when you search that. So just click on that, download it. There is a free version, but there's also a paid version. If you only use the free version, you can send up to, I think, 10 emails at a time, which is okay at first, but then as you're sending out the final reminder emails, it gets to be a pain. So I think it's worth it to just spend the $35. I would strongly recommend doing that. Maybe talk to Miss Halliday, see if you can get it reimbursed, things like that. But you will make your life so much easier if you just spend the money. So I already have it downloaded. Once it's ready to go, come back up to add-ons, hover over it, and click Start. So when you come up, click on Open Spreadsheet, click on How To, select, and then it's ready to go. So we're going to start to type the email. Dear, you'll come over to Add Merge Field to Document. What is your name? And then it inserts their name into the email. So add a comma after that, 2 spaces because it's an email. Thank you so much for your generosity. And then you can insert all of the different fields. So you sign up for, and then you can come in, hit shifts, and it'll insert their shifts. Then, thank you again. Alright, so you have it ready to go. You'll want to come over to email. So go back to the sheet first. Go under the column right next to you, whatever your last question was, type in the word track. And then maybe make a couple of those. Track 2. I'd say make 4 or 5. Response. Refresh it. And then come under Show Email Settings. So you're going to want the email to column email. Sometimes it's not always set up. Just make sure it's going to that. And then you'll want to come over here, change the subject. So we'll do Raiderthon. Display name, put in your name. This is the important part. Click on Options. You'll want to track merged rows. So for the first one, we'll hit track. And then make sure under merge specific rows it says track. So what that's going to do is allow you to keep track of who you've already sent the email to, and when you come down to hit merge to emails, it won't send it to the same person twice. Make sure you do that from the beginning though, or else it will. So come over, hit save, and then we're going to merge to emails. So come down, click on that, it'll get it ready, and then you'll hit OK. At first, you won't have too many problems with it, but as you get more and more people to sign up, you're going to want to come up to add-ons. It's going to tell you that your STMP settings are out of date. So you'll come over to here, STMP. So it'll at first say no. You'll want to select yes, and then type in your username and password. If you're using a Gmail account, then what you're gonna have to do is change it in your settings, and it'll send you a link straight to do that. You're going to want to enable less secure apps. So as you can see in my inbox, I have this, Dear Eddie Jenkins. It inserted my name and inserted the shifts. You can do that with any of the fields on the spreadsheet. And then it keeps track of when it was merged. Alright, the next thing I'm going to want to show you is in my Raiderthon Volunteer Chaperone. So what I did is I kept track of everybody this way. In their shifts, I did this. If they were a regular chaperone and adult, I made them green. If they were a student or say Miss Halliday, copy their whatever shift they're working, put it in your other column, and keep it there, and then just write other in that. Regular chaperones are green, students are red. And then what you'll want to do is if you do it that way, you can keep track of how many adult chaperones you have each shift. The way you do that is you have a form count it for you. So this formula right here, you're going to want to copy that and put it into each one. So next to 8 to 10, the only thing you'll need to change is this, 8 to 10. The only thing that you'll have to watch out for is this registration right here. That's what I named this tab down here. That's what it's searching. If you name that tab something different, you'll have to change that. And then if you put the questions in a different order than what I have them, you'll have to do that as well. So for me, you see it says H2 to H500. I come under registration. In row H, that's where I have all the shifts. So H2 all the way down is what it's looking for those fields for. So let's say I had what shifts over an I. I'd have to make it say I2 to I500, and so on and so forth. And then if you look over in the number of people per shift in the formula itself, it's counting the number of times it's saying 8 to 10. So for this one, so for 10 to 12, I had to change it. For 12 to midnight, you see I had to change it. And it has to be the exact thing that's put. You have to have the AM, you have to have all that different stuff to make it work. For the student volunteers, I copy and pasted their names into each of the different things, and I kept track of them that way. I also put all of their names and emails over here so that way they'd be easier to find. I also had a schedule. I went online and found a template. This was actually for chores, but it's been very helpful. This is what I recommend having a setup for: 2 bathroom people, 4 gym, and 2 game area. If you get extra chaperones, the first place that you'll want to send them to is definitely the gym, and then the game area. The bathroom shouldn't need more than 2 people ever. The one thing that I had a problem with was recruiting guys, so really push men that you know to do this, because that was a big problem for me. Alright. Alright, that should be everything you need to know about how to set up everything on Google Docs.